A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, we would be talking about the Divine Masculine going through a very difficult time. And this is not like normally he would not know what exactly is causing him so much pain. Like when he is with someone else also, he initially thinks that now everything will be fine, everything will be good. I'm finally going to be in a committed relationship, and this relationship is going to be the final relationship of my life. And he does make this decision, this hasty decision has a lot to do with Divine Feminine also. But at the same time, there is some kind of lessons he needs to learn. He doesn't leave the Divine Feminine purely because he hates her or something like that. But it's also seen that he feels that with her, it will never work out, it will never happen, or eventually she'll leave me for someone better. There is a huge amount of rejection that he senses in this relationship. If it goes bad, like after a lot of fights and arguments, then too he feels that, she's not the right person, and they don't understand each other at that time. They don't understand each other's intention. They hold on to the words they've said to each other. Like if he said something, she would hold on to it. If he says something, it's like you pick up what you want to listen to, whatever triggers you, you pick up that, and that's it. Based on that, the whole situation goes good and bad. Now, what's happening to him is he cannot even sleep properly, because whenever he sleeps, he feels very disturbed. The sleep is not good. He's full of tension, he's full of worry, he's full of anxiety. He had assumed that this relationship is going to be the final relationship of his life, that everything will be fine after this, and from his end, he also puts in everything into that, especially emotions. Now this is exactly what the feminine had done with him. The feminine had also thought that this is going to be the final relationship. Normally, how do you know the big difference between karmic and masculine is you can easily move on from the karmics anytime. Like if you feel that it's not working out, maybe it will take a week max to move on. But the masculine doesn't go anywhere. That's the reason why you do the research, and that's the reason why you're here. So she had also thought at one time that he would be the final relationship and everything will be fine after this. Nothing will go wrong. Or in some cases, she took a good amount of time to make sure that nothing goes wrong eventually. But it did, because of course, the wounds are still there, the healing hasn't happened, the fears are still there, the trauma energy is still there, the trauma bond energy is still there. There are certain mental disorders that have been passed on by ancestry or passed on via parenting, via societal issues. So all of those need to be healed, and obviously medical science doesn't have a cure for twin flame ascension. I'm sure you know this by now. So the only big difference is that they are definitely meant for each other and everybody else is not. So even with the false twin, let me tell you, most divine feminines, they don't think that this will be the real deal. Yes, because there's so much drama that happens in a false twin. It's so toxic that even if she has committed to him, because normally the feminines also have committed to the false twin much faster than they would have committed to the DM. And this is exactly what he does. But I keep saying that the timelines of their opposite polarity energies are different. So when she's with the false twin or she's with the karmics, he is not. He is doing mental work. He's learning via other lessons. By the time he is ready for a real, genuine relationship, she has just gotten out of all the drama, all the toxicity. So she isn't, going through that. She has to heal all of it. I always tell people Whenever you come out of a relationship, which is a long-term relationship, then don't immediately get into another relationship or a fling. Give yourself at least 1 year, minimum 1 year. Only then date another person. If you will jump into another relationship so soon, so easily, then what is going to happen is that relationship will not work out. So you need to give it time, and the DMs, normally they don't give any gap or any time. Even when they get upset with the divine feminine, immediately they jump into another situation. They don't realize or they don't know this concept that, all of this could be coming from within you. In fact, the reason why his upper chakras start working or they start getting unblocked slowly and gradually is because on the other side, the divine feminine is literally making efforts to heal her chakras, to heal herself, to release the energy and to do source integration. And on his end, he also starts understanding things intuitively now. Because see, like at this point, for this session, for this channeling, all I can say, I don't want to go very deep in this one. I don't want to confuse you all. I don't want to actually give the guidance in this session. Here I'll only give the lines. So he is saying that he is feeling very trapped in the relationship or in the scenario. He feels that he's constantly in his head. Like, that he has been the logical, practical person so far. So from a logical, practical perception or understanding, he thought that the karmic loves him, and she always keeps giving him those signs. Like when he goes up to her and says, hey, why did you do this to me? Why did you cheat on to me? From a logical, practical perception, how does the divine masculine develop the emotional side? So, see, when you do something too much, that's when you get sick of it. Extreme of anything is bad, right? So, for him, extreme of logic and practicality was there. And he needed to, and he needs to develop the emotional essence in him, the empath in him. So, when he is with the karmics or with the false twin, or he is stuck in a karmic template, if not a karmic person, then what's going to happen is that he is going to use all of his logic that he has ever used. Because whatever it is, karmic template or karmic or false twin or whatever, they all fall into the similar categories. Reason being, they will offer him all types of logic. Like if he would question that, this girl doesn't really love me, and even if he questions it or even if he talks to her, she would say certain things or she would act in certain ways that he would be, forced to believe that she's right, but actually she's not. And he will now question that I don't feel it. She may be saying it or she may be doing all the things possible, and this is before he clearly gets out of it. Like before he's gonna cut that cord, he has to go through that process wherein he's gonna get completely confused. So eventually it would be his emotions and it would be his feelings that will help him to find the truth. He will use his emotional intuition, he will use, the feeling part of himself, and he will reach to the truth, and he'll probably catch hold of her, or he'll just, catch her red-handed, or if it's a template, then he will reach to the depth of the template, he will reach to the truth about the template, like how the template is simply an illusion and it's trying to trap him. So just before the point where you get freedom, he is there at that point right now, and he is literally telling himself that I am tired of running in my head, I am tired of using my mind, I cannot do it anymore. He cannot sleep basically, he's having a lot of difficulty, and he doesn't want to dream because every time he dreams, he has those heavy dreams. And because he is surrounded by dark energy, he's exchanging his energy with dark people, with evil people. So he wants to make sense of the whole situation, that maybe I could be wrong, but he's not wrong. He is actually right, and this time he wants to be pretty sure about it, pretty sure that he is right. So he is saying this, to himself And actually he is sort of talking to the divine feminine also, because he sees her like an inspiration. During this time, she is the positive energy, she is the inspiration. Maybe he looks at his photos or videos, or he goes back in time to read his previous chats. By now he has also started feeling very strongly for the divine feminine, because he can make the comparisons. So his mind is telling him like, no, you're wrong, you should not be feeling emotional, or the person you're feeling emotionally for, that's not the right one for you, this is the right one. But he can't go that side. So he is saying that, I feel so much pain. He's in a lot of pain right now, and he can feel that pain. So he's saying that, I thought that pain is good. I thought that, if I go through all this pain, I'll get something, like how they say, no pain, no gain. These are all very logical statements. So he feels this pain, whenever he is in the company of either the template or the person or the situation. So, and he doesn't like it. He feels that I can't do it. Every time I try to do it, it's so difficult. And he has to pretend that he doesn't care, it doesn't bother him, but he can't do that. He doesn't want to be alone because he's so scared of his own feelings. He's trying to do something, because these are all of his old habit patterns, where he would seek company, he would escape. Now that escapism is torturing him a lot. So he is actually also about to reach to a place where he would make some prayers. Actually, it is the change in the divine feminine that is leading to all this, and I keep saying this. The more you heal yourself, not him, he will get healed on the other side. This is the feeling that feminine had gone through when she had to, heal her emotional side, her oversensitive empath side. She was an empath when she was born, originally, naturally. But with time and with situation, she became oversensitive to everything. And she also is letting that part go. Now she's becoming practical, she's becoming logical. She's trying to understand what pain does. So there is a feeling of pain in both the areas, but obviously currently she is in a different space of mind. But she's more independent, she's more free, she's more happy, she's more relaxed. Because she has actually crossed that point. Now it's his turn, he's going to follow her, of course. So on that note, I'm going to be closing up this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. Lots of love to you. One love and peace out.